minute. Right, so let's just start by talking about the argument itself. Anybody wants to try what is argument? Anybody wants to try what is argument?
Excuse me, ma'am, I want to try.
Yeah, sure, Jaka.
I think argument is an opinion that someone give about something important.
An opinion that someone gives about something that is important. Yeah, you can report yourself to Rifan or Yutan and Zaka. Any other wants to try what is argument? No more? Okay, so basically, as what Zaka said, it's a little bit correct. As it's in some part, it is correct. So when we write an argumentative essay, of course, we have to express our opinion, our point of view. So it's not basically only the opinion, but we need to argue that our opinion is correct or is reliable so that our reader will see it as a, what is it? It can be acceptable by our reader. So the argument basically is a coherent series of reasons, statements, facts that, of course, it is written to support or to establish our opinion or a point of view. So that is argument basically. So for the argument itself, in argumentative essay, it is divided into two parts. So we have claim. Claim is like an opinion or judgment or point of view. Okay. So claim is basically in the argumentative essay, it's like the essay's thesis or the thesis statement. So this claim, of course, need to be supported by some supporting details, as you already know. So we have support. So argument consists of claim and support. The support here is like a reasoning or statement or sentences that we can or it should be acceptable for the reader to accept our claim or to what is it? To understand and accept our claim or thesis statement. So claim here, like I told you, it's like a thesis statement and the supporting details. Basically, there are three types of these supporting details. We have reason, backing, and refuting. So inside, again, I want to repeat. So the argument inside the argumentative essay consists of two parts. The first one is the claim, that what we call it as a thesis statement. And the second one, or this claim, should be described more by using the supporting details. So the supporting details can be in a form of reason, and then backing, and then refuting. So we will talk about these three things in details later. So now when you get the, what is it? The argumentative essay, you read the argumentative essay or the article. Now you need to start to analyze which one is the claim, which one is the supporting details like the reason, backing, and refuting. Of course, you need a help by using questions. So, like I always told you since the first meeting, while you are reading about something or while you are reading an article, an essay, you need to ask to yourself in finding out about something. So let's say you get the argumentative essay, and now it's your job to find which one is the thesis or the claim itself. Then, while you are reading, you need to answer this question by yourself. What opinion or idea or point of view is the author trying to convince you to accept? So you need to find that opinion or that statement from the author that he or she wants you to accept his or her point of view. So what statement is that inside the article, inside the argumentative essay? And now let's move on to the identifying reason. Basically, the identifying reason is not a must in the argumentative essay. So we mostly we don't find the reason on why the writer tell us that we should accept his or her claim. Uh, Mostly we don't see that on the article, but sometimes if the author really wants us as a reader to accept his or her claim, then they will write it down in the article, in the argumentative essay. So to identify the reason is this question: what statements does the writer make that tell you why you should accept the claim? um, yeah, probably if you accept his or her claim, then you will get prize maybe, or you will get something, or you will join a club of something. I'm not sure. So that is what is it, the intention of the writer, of the author, who wants us to accept his or her claim. So they will write the reason on why we really need to accept his or her claim. And for the backing itself, backing is a backing argument. We call it as a backing argument. It's like supporting. So we need something to explain our topic sentence. Then here is the question: what explanation does the writer give to justify acceptance of the claim? Backing, basically, there are many types of backing. So we will talk about that in more details. That's why I put the asterisk here. And the refutation is about what is it? In Bahasa Indonesia, if I can translate it in Bahasa Indonesia, then uh, seperti kita mengakui pihak lawan, tapi untuk dijatuhkan. That is refutation. So it seems like we agree with our opponents, with our rival, but then at the same time, you want to put them down. You want to put them loose. You want to make them loose. So the question in finding out the refutation in the argumentative essay is: what opposing argument does the writer anticipate and how they are dealt with? That is refutation. To be honest, later, um, as I always told you that you are going to write a summary response essay. The basic of the summary response essay is the argumentative essay. So for your final task and also for your big project, you need to write a summary response essay. And refutation is not a must, but if you can write a good refutation, or if you succeed in writing a refutation, then it will boost your score, and you will will be seen as the professional author like that, because refutation basically is not an easy thing to write. Okay, sometimes if we lack of practice in writing refutation, we will just be like a volatile person, jadi kayak yang plain plan. Kalau misalnya kita jarang atau kita tidak berhasil menuliskan refutation, and it will decrease your score. Tapi kalau misalnya kita berhasil membuat refutation inside our argumentative essay, then it will boost our score. And I will let you know, or will show you the example in what is a good refutation or the acceptable refutation after this. So let's just talk about the backing first. For backing argument, there are many types of backing argument. We have asserting fact, arguing by example or analogy, invoking authority, arguing by causal relationship, asserting shared beliefs, and asserting shared values. We will talk about this in details in the next PowerPoint. Basically, this or today's material is quite long, and I needed to make what is it video, so that to make it not long, so I divide it into two. So hang on, I will share the other one. Right, so here are the types of the backing argument. And let's just talk about the asserting fact. As you can guess that asserting fact, it means that we use a statement, or we use some a statement that can be proven objectively to be true. That's a fact. So mostly we use a statistic or data, or maybe the result of a research result, or this result from a survey, that we can use that to support our claim. So again, the backing argument, the purpose of the backing argument in any types is any types of backing argument, the purpose of it is to support our claim, our thesis statement. So if you want to use the asserting fact, then you the example of it, or you can or mostly people use this phrase: based on research, or based on survey, or based on statistic, it says that blah 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 blah. So this is like an introduction or an expression about a data. So before you reveal the data, of course, you need to introduce first that your data is reliable. So because this is based on something, based on research, based on survey or statistic like that. And for a big project later, I suggest you to use the asserting fact, because you have time to find the data to support your what is it, your big project, your summary response essay, from the internet. For the final task, it is quite difficult for you to use the asserting fact, because in the final task, students are not what is it, are not allowed to use the internet to find the supporting data like that. So you can use the anecdote or story, or somebody's story, or your personal experience to support your claim. So that is a asserting fact. Now let's just talk about the asserting example. Arguing by example. Well, as you can guess, the arguing by example here we can use the anecdote. So it's like you are telling a story about a single episode about something that you think it can be a representative of your thesis statement, of your opinion. So you tell a story about something that can be representative about your thesis statement, your opinion. And for arguing by analogy itself, as we can, hang on, it's noisy here. Right. So for arguing by analogy, it's like we compare two things. We compare the parallel cases. So an analogy is like a comparison to a parallel cases. So we compare two things. Of course, the arguing by analogy is widely used by the author just to make their reader to really understand about what they are saying in their argumentative essay, in their article, so that their reader can accept easily the author's what is it, opinion. So for example, for the analogy, like this one, inhaling cigarette is like inhaling automobile exhaust because of the dangerous substance. So let's say you are writing or you are talking about cigarette things. The cigarette is the bad one. And then you want to express that the substance inside the cigarette smoke is really, really dangerous. So you use the, hang on. Right. So you want to say or you want to express that the smoke from the cigarette is really, really dangerous. And you compare that inhaling the cigarette smoke is like inhaling the automobile exhaust, or like inhaling what is it, the exhaust from car or from bus, like the old bus, like that. So just to make your reader understand that the substance or the ingredients inside the cigarette smoke is the same or as the same dangers as the automobile exhaust or the car's exhaust, like that. That is for the arguing by analogy. And now let's move on to the invoking authority. So perhaps or presumably you can guess that the authority here means that you use the expert statement. So you cite from other sources who is an expert of the topic. Let's say you are talking about football, and then there are two people who talks about football. The first one is David Bacon, and the second one is Mark Zuckerberg. So I believe that to make your argumentative, or to make your opinion or to make your argumentative essay is reliable, I believe that you will choose David Beckham's statement rather than Mark Zuckerberg. So uh, you cite David Beckham's statement on your argumentative essay to support your claim, your opinion. That is what is called as the invoking authority. So you cite somebody's statement or you cite the expert statement to make to be put in your supporting details like that. Next is the arguing a causal relationship. So here, as you can guess, the causal relationship, of course, there if there is a cause, there must be an effect. But what you need to stick in your mind, causal relation and correlation is very different. If it's a causal relation, it produces something or it brings about something, or we can see the effect from the cause itself. However, correlation is like only an association with something else. So we don't see the effect for the correlation. If we can see the effect, it means that is the causal relation. So, of course, a cause is the reason or the motive for a particular result. So, we can see the result, we can see the effect from the cause itself. For a correlation, it's only the association, we don't see the effect or the result of it. And then shared beliefs. So asserting shared beliefs, basically for shared beliefs, it's like a common knowledge, or mostly the authors use or brings about the religion. Sorry, very noisy. Right. So for shared beliefs, usually the author brings about religion things. So, for example, like this one, no holy book says that smoking is recommended. So it's like not assumption. It's like a belief, or people know it as a common knowledge. Well, for me, actually, for shared beliefs, it can be applied for the whole world. Okay, it can be applied to all parts of the world, all area of the world in the world. That is a shared belief. So we mostly brings about the religion things, but for the shared values is slightly different with the shared beliefs. For shared beliefs, it can be applied to the whole world, to all parts of the world. But for shared values, it's only like a judgment, it's only like a value, like a culture. So it can be applied only in some areas of the world, or only some one or two parts of the world, or one area only in the world, not for the whole one. For example, like this one, smoking is regarded as a bad habit, especially for women. That happens, or this thinking or this opinion happens, or this culture happens only in Indonesia. So if you go abroad, let's say you go to the Western countries, to Europe or to America, you will see that there are many women who smoke cigarette, and it seems like not a bad habit. It seems like their culture. It seems like their it seems okay for them to smoke. But here, for in Indonesia, smoking, women who smoke a cigarette is regarded as a bad one. So that's why shared values only applied in one part of the world, or some parts of the world. So it's not applied for the whole part of the world. Another example, probably like a having tattoo on a women's body is regarded as the not good one that happens in Indonesia. But if you go to Europe then or to Australia, then you will see that there are a lot of women who who have tattoo on their body. So again, shared the different things between shared values and shared beliefs is shared values only happened in some parts or only in one part of the world, but shared beliefs happen for the whole part of the world and people knows about it. And let's just talk about the process in analyzing the argument. We already talked about the backing argument. Now the process in how we can analyze the argument inside the argumentative essay. Of course, when you get the argumentative essay or when you get the article, you need to find the claim. What is the claim or the thesis statement? And then what are the supporting details? You can just write or you can just make the annotation. You can annotate, okay, so this one is the thesis statement, and this one is probably reason or probably backing argument and what kind of backing argument that the author used. And then this one is refutation. And after that, after you annotate that, then you need to evaluate the argument. Evaluate the argument here, you can think about what kind of backing that the author used, and also um, you can give your evaluation whether you agree or disagree with the author's argument, just like that. Probably now you are still a little bit confused because you don't see, you haven't seen the example of the reputation. Hang on, I will share. Mhm. Right, so this is the student argumentative essay, including the refutation. So this is very familiar in our daily life for the topic. The title is Should Students Wear Uniform in School? So the no highlighting color is the general statement or the background information of the topic. So individualism is a fundamental part of society. In many countries, most people believe in the right to express their own opinion without being fear of punishment. This value, however, is coming under fire in an unlikely place. The public school classroom. The issue is school uniforms. Should public school students be allowed to make individual decision about clothing, or should all students be required to wear a uniform? That is the background information about the topic. And then, as you can guess, the what is it? The nude pink one here, the color, school uniforms are the better choice for three reasons. This is the thesis statement or the claim. So this one, the very last sentence, is the claim or the thesis statement. School uniforms are the better choice. So this student agree that wearing school uniforms are a lot better rather than not wearing one. Okay, so he or she will provide the reason why she or he choose or agree that school uniforms are the better choice. She or he has three reasons here, so meaning we have three body paragraph. The first body paragraph is this one. First, wearing school uniforms would help make students live simpler. This is the first reason on why school uniforms is better. And then the student elaborate or explain more by using this one, the green one. They would no longer have to decide to wear every morning, sometimes trying on outfit after outfit in an effort to choose. It should be is an effort to choose. Uniforms would not only save time but also would eliminate the stress often associated with this chore. So it seems like the student use the backing, which is like a causal relationship. So if a student should think about what outfit that they will use every morning, then it will um, increase their stress, okay, because of that. So it's like a causal relationship. So this student who wrote this argumentative essay used the backing argument with the causal relation. And now we move on to the second paragraph, to the second reason. Second, school uniforms influence students to act responsibly in groups and as individuals. Uniforms give students the message that school is a special place for learning. So this student should explain more by using the backing argument. In addition, uniforms create a feeling of unity among students. For example, when students use something as a group, such as attend meetings in auditorium or eat lunch in the cafeteria, that the fact that they all wear the same uniforms gives them a sense of community. Even more important, statistics show the positive effects that school uniforms have on violence and truancy. According to a recent survey in a large school district in Florida, incidents of school violence dropped by 50%, attendance and test score improved. Student suspension declined approximately 30% after school uniform were introduced. So we can see here that the backing argument that this student use is asserting fact. She or he use or assert the this survey result. Okay, the result of a survey, like here. Okay, so and also the asserting or arguing by example, because we can see, for example, here the phrase for example. So basically, when you write the argumentative essay later, you can combine two backing argument or three maybe if you want to. That's fine. Just to make sure that your reader can understand or can accept your opinion easier. And the third one is this one. Finally, school uniforms would help make all the students feel equal. Student standards of living differ greatly from family to family, and some people are well off while others are not. People sometimes forget that school is a place to get an education, not to promote a fashion show. Implementing mandatory school uniforms would make all the students look the same regardless of their financial status. School uniforms would promote pride and help to raise the self-esteem of students who cannot afford to wear expensive clothing. So those are the three reasons that the students who wrote this argumentative essay shows us. So there are three body paragraph. Until there, I believe you already understand. Because it's just almost the same with last week explanation. But the different things is this one, this paragraph. The gray one here and the red one here is the refutation. So refutation is usually written in a separate paragraph, in a different paragraph with the body paragraph. So it is written alone paragraph, in one paragraph alone. Like this one, opponents of mandatory uniforms say that students who wear school uniforms cannot express their individuality. This point has some merit on the surface. So it seems like the student who wrote this argumentative essay seems like, oh, okay, I agree with the opponents or the rival idea by saying opponents of mandatory on uniform say that students who wear school uniform cannot express their individuality. And like, oh yeah, I agree that students cannot express their individuality. But then starting from here, this point has some merit on the surface. Tapi dia ada keuntungan cuman di luaran aja, not in details. And then starting from the word however until classroom. Here, this student just put or make the rival or the opponents lose with his or her opinion because there is the word however. Jadi dibalikin. So because we already put the rival or the opponent's idea like, yes, it is very good, but then at the same time we put them down. So here, however, as stated previously, school is a place to learn, not to flow well and fashion. Society must decide if individual expressions through clothing is more valuable than improved educational performance. It is important to remember that school uniforms would be worn only during school hours. Students can express their individuality in the way that they dress outside the classroom. So here, this is a good example of a simple refutation. And this one is a succeed one because here on the red ones, this student can prove that he or she is not volatile. Volatile is plain-plan. Jadi dia menggunakan statementnya lawan untuk membuat statement atau opinion dia untuk terlihat menjadi lebih baik, lebih bagus. Saya udah nyebutin, saya agree kalau school uniforms are better choice dengan 3 alasan ini. Nah, untuk memperkuat 3 alasan ini, dia memasukkan si refutation by saying that, oh, okay, the opponent opinion is okay, but then she or he put or just, what is it? Put the opponent's opinion down by saying the however and the reason why that the opponent's point is weak, like that. That is refutation. Oh yeah, one thing actually inside this argumentative essay, we cannot see the reason. Kalau di argumentative essay yang ini, kita nggak lihat reason kenapa si author nulis yang menulis Bu. Jadi kita nggak ada lihat statement dari author yang menyebutkan kalau kita harus accept, harus menerima the author's claim, the author's opinion. Di sini nggak ada ya reason. Ini beda dengan reason yang ini. Kalau yang ini adalah thesis statement, tapi reason kenapa kita harus menerima author's claim itu tidak ada di sini. So, kurangnya adalah di sini nggak ada reason. And reason itu nggak harus selalu ada di semua argumentative essay. So we already see the body paragraph with the backing arguments, and we also already see the refutation, a good refutation here. And now we move on to the conclusion paragraph. The conclusion paragraph is just the same with last week explanation, so it should be started with the paraphrase of the thesis statement. In conclusion, there are many well-documented benefits of implementing mandatory school uniforms for students. So the same. The idea is the same, that these students agree that school uniforms are better choice. So the idea is the same, but the wording is different. And the purple ones here, studies show that students learn better and act more responsibly when they wear uniforms. This is a summary from the body paragraphs, summary of the important things, or summary of the topic sentence of the each of the body paragraph. And the blue ones here is the a lasting impression. Public schools should require uniforms in order to benefit both the student and society as a whole. So seems like this student use a suggestion for the lasting impression. I already upload this actually in Schoology, and Pak Bambang also already upload this in EduNext, so you can just check it out later. If you miss this, if you miss my explanation on Zoom today, you can just read the notes on the next page here. So the no highlight color is the general statement or the background information of the topic. The orange one or the pink one, like previously, is the thesis statement, and the light blue is the topic sentence. Light green supporting sentences. The gray is the counter argument or the refutation. Jadi refutation itu terdiri dari dua bagian. Yang pertama adalah counter argument, yang kedua yang keduanya baru yang refutation yang dibalikkan. And then the soft pink one, paraphrase of a thesis statement, and the purple is a summary of the main point of each of the body paragraph, and the navy blue is the lasting impression. Until here, any question? No question? Okay, if you have question, you can just raise your hand first. Yeah, Gibran.
Sorry, ma'am, I want to ask you that you say the other don't write the reason right. I don't judge that. What reason do you mean? Because the other has said what the reasons, right? So, yeah, what's the reason do you mean?
Okay, right. Let me just show again this one. So on a previous example of the argumentative essay, the author wrote school uniforms are better choice for three reason. Di situ ada kata reason, tapi reason di situ bukan reason yang ini. Dia lebih ke klaimnya. Jadi klaimnya atau opininya si penulis yang argumentative essay barusan itu dia akan bilang kalau pakai seragam itu adalah better choice karena 3 alasan. Alasan di situ bukan alasan yang ini. Beda ya, kalau yang tadi itu lebih ke thesis statement-nya, karena dia akan memaparkan 3 alasan, tapi kalau yang identifying the reason di sini lebih ke what statements does the writer make that tell you why you should accept the claim. Jadi misalnya, kalaupun ditulis ada kata reason di situ, kalau ada reason di situ yang identifying the reason-nya dari si author, mungkin dia akan bisa bilang seperti ini. The reason why the author wrote this argumentative essay is because nowadays there are a lot of issues regarding the school uniforms in Florida. Okay, that is the example. Tapi di situ authornya dia nggak nulis kalau kenapa sih dia nulis si argumentative essay dan klaimnya seperti itu gitu. Jadi dia bukan ngomongin tentang reason kenapa dia menulis seperti itu yang membuat kita harus menerima klaim atau opini dia. Kan nggak ada tulisan tadi the reason why the reason why I write this argumentative essay is because or is due to the big issues on school uniforms in Florida, and it will help Florida people to to recognize that wearing school uniforms is a better choice. Gak ada penulisan seperti itu. Jadi itu kenapa tidak ada reason yang ditulis kenapa writer menuliskan itu. Tapi reason yang tadi, yang school uniforms are better choice for 3 reason, itu lebih ke thesis statement. Karena si authornya dia mau bilang kalau dia sangat agree dengan school uniforms, dan kenapa dia agree, dia akan memaparkan alasan-alasan kenapa dia agree dengan penggunaan school uniforms. Is that answer your question, Gibran?
Oke, Miss. Tapi berarti itu lebih ke urgensinya apa gitu ya? Jadi kira-kira kenapa si autornya tuh bikin klaim itu gitu ya? Jadi kayak berdasarkan urgensi apa klaim itu muncul gitu?
Betul, exactly. Yes, due to the urgency. Yes. Jadi kenapanya dia bikin opinion seperti itu? Mungkin karena sekarang ini lagi ada big issue, makanya dia bikin itu, dan dia menuliskan menuliskan alasan kenapa dia bikin itu, kenapa dia berpikiran atau dia mengekspresikan ide dia seperti itu, karena mungkin situasinya sedang seperti ini. Tapi di argumentative essay yang barusan, dia tidak menuliskan urgensinya. Yes, like that, Gibran. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thanks a bunch, man.
Sure, you can report yourself then. Any other question? Not yet? Oh, yes, Albert?
Sorry, where do we usually put the sentence of the reason? Is it before the thesis or after the thesis?
Okay, it's a very good question as well. Hang on. Right, I already wrote it here. There are 3 ways basically in how to write reason in argumentative essay. Saya nggak ngejelasin lebih karena jarang ada author yang nulis reason. Tapi mungkin bisa jadi ketika kalian dapat argumentative essay, mungkin ada. Then you can just see this. Okay, 3 ways here. The first one, kalau misalnya dia hanya punya satu introduction paragraph. So the author wrote the general statement atau yang background information of the topic, diikuti dengan claim atau thesis statement, baru dia nulis reason. Tapi bisa juga kalau misalnya masih dalam satu introduction paragraph, dia nulis general statement atau yang background information-nya dulu, lalu diikuti dengan reason-nya kenapa dia nulis seperti itu, dan diikuti dengan thesis statement atau claim-nya. Namun, kebanyakan, kalaupun argumentative essay-nya consist of reason, itu dia biasanya ditulis di separate paragraph yang berbeda. Introduction paragraph yang pertama dia akan nulisnya sama seperti biasanya, like general statement atau background information of the topic, lalu diikuti dengan claim di kalimat terakhirnya atau thesis statement-nya. Baru di introduction paragraph yang kedua, dia menuliskan langsung reason-nya. Tapi kalau misalnya dia menuliskan 2 introduction paragraph, ini nggak bisa ditukar. Jadi biasanya pasti akan selalu seperti ini kalau di 2 introduction paragraph. Jadi paragraph pertama, introduction paragraph pertama, general statement atau background information, baru diikuti dengan claim, nanti baru introduction paragraph kedua, dia reason. Jadi nggak bisa ini ditukar seperti ini ya. Gitu. Jadi akan selalu seperti ini. Does that answer your question, Albert?
Thank you, Miss. Yes, Miss.
Sure. Yeah. You can report yourself, Albert. Any other question? Yeah. If you have any question, you can just feel free to ask me question by raising your hand. While waiting for your question, then let me just share my screen here. Ini ada yang baru join ya. Tadi 67 sekarang jadi 69. Di akhir-akhir mau selesai. Okay, so just to see whether you understand with the material today, so I already prepared for the group work assignment. So basically, like always, like usually, the group work assignment will be available on Schoology. I already attached an article, the argumentative essay on Schoology. And then what you need to do, you just need to identify the part of the article. Find which one is the claim and find if there is reason. Yang tadi reason yang urgency-nya si writer. And then find which one is the backing. And then think about what kind of backing that the author used, whether it is invoking authority, asserting fact, a shared beliefs, shared values, causal relationship. Yeah, so you can just identify or analyze it, and then find which one is the refutation. Okay, like the one I showed you on previous on the example of the argumentative essay. And how to do it, basically you can use the highlighter from your Word, or if you want to rewrite the part of the article, and then you may, and then you transfer it or you convert it into PDF file. Using the highlighter means that, like the previous one that I showed you, the example of the argumentative essay consists of refutation yang school uniforms, then you can do it like that. Atau Miss saya pengen ditulis ulang bagian-bagiannya aja, that's fine. It's up to you, okay? Just choose the one that is easier for you to do. And the deadline will be this Sunday, 3rd April, before 11:59. So you still have a lot of time to discuss with your group, to do to identify the parts of the article, because this is a group work assignment, and that will be the file name, the group names, the group leader's name, and then name, and then K17. And because this is group work assignment, then for all the group leaders, please report to me if there is or there are one or more than one members who don't take part in doing the group work assignment. Please report it to me. You can just DM me on WhatsApp, okay, on my WhatsApp, to my WhatsApp number. Okay, if you you don't need to let me know on the WhatsApp group, you just need to DM me, okay, for all the group leaders, okay. It happens not only for today's group work assignment. Untuk group work assignment yang sebelum-sebelumnya, kalau ada satu atau beberapa member dari grupnya yang tidak mengerjakan atau mengerjakannya asal-asalan, just report it to me. Why? Because of course the score will be different. Yang mengerjakan dengan yang tidak mengerjakan pasti tidak akan mendapatkan nilai. Dan yang mengerjakan pasti akan mendapatkan nilai. Tapi yang mengerjakan dengan yang mengerjakannya asal-asalan, nilainya pasti beda. Yang let's say yang mengerjakan dapat 90, yang mengerjakannya asal-asalan jadi membuat tugas kelompoknya acak-acakan, itu yang ngerjain asal-asalan mungkin akan dapat sekitar 60. Okay? So that's why group leaders, you are chosen to be the leader of your group. It means that you have a responsibility to see or to pay attention on your member, to see or to watch whether your member do their part in the group assignment or not. If they don't take part in doing the group work assignment, then just report me. Or kalau ngerjainnya ngasal-asalan juga. Okay. It happens not every, since a year ago, previous classes ada beberapa grup yang langsung report semis atas nama ini dia tidak mengerjakan dan sudah dihubungi beberapa kali and it's hard for me to reach. Jadi dia tidak mengerjakan. Okay, then I just need to mark it. Ada juga miss atas nama ini dengan NIM segini ngerjainnya asal-asalan walaupun sebetulnya dia sudah mengerjakan. Oke, berarti nilainya akan berbeda dengan yang mengerjakannya dengan serius. Oke, group leaders. Right, so any question? So for today's meeting, don't forget to mark your attendance on EduNext. Mark yourself there.
Excuse me, ma'am. What if my Edonex is not responding?
Still,
Yeah.
since yesterday?
I don't know. I cannot access this now. Access this now.
You cannot access it now. Right. Thank you, Hansel, for informing me. So your class will be until 11, right? For this course, just try or keep trying to access EduNext. Then if you can access it, just directly mark yourself free there. Okay. Kayak masih punya waktu 1 jam sampai jam 11. Jadi terus dicoba aja untuk di EduNext. Siapa tahu nggak crash atau nggak maintenance. Because actually kelas kalian ada di EduNext-nya Pak Bambang, jadi saya nggak bisa buka. Saya coba buka EduNext yang saya. Bisa sih. Tapi saya nggak ngerti kenapa. Mungkin koneksi atau gimana saya nggak ngerti. Dicoba aja terus. Oke. Then let me know. Oke, let me know. Kalau misalnya sampai jam 11 masih belum bisa akses EduNext-nya. Oke, because I will ask Pak Bambang to help you fill the attendance on 6. Fufian, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Nashiwata?
Present, ma'am.
Nashiwata or Nashwata?
Nashwata, ma'am.
Okay, Nashwata. I read it in English way. All right. Ihsanuddin.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Davin.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Aulia Fajar.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Farel Ardiansyah.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Muhammad Hilman.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Maulid Rizal.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Danis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Syarif Mulyadi.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Isnanur. Isnanur. Let me check. Isnanur Firdausi. You are here, but you don't respond. It may be you are not in front of your laptop, or maybe you are sleeping now. Andrian.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Zaka.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Hansel.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Rifto is not here. Muhammad Gifari. Okay. Rizky Ramadan.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Ali Zainal. Ali Zainal. Oh, yeah, you are here. Okay. Nadir Arayan. Nadir.
Ma'am.
All right. Robi Pratama.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Patrick Nathanael.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ilham Ali.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Andika Prayoga.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hikari Alfa.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Raditya.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Muhammad Ridwan.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Muhammad Rafi.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Atur, are you here? Okay. Muhammad Gibran.
Ma'am.
Right. Andi Almira.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Albert.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Muhammad Rofi Nuruddin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Elang Buana.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Juan Frederick.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Muhammad Rafi Fadli. Rafi Fadli. Let me check. Rafi. Muhammad Rafi Fadli, you are here?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Calvin Timotheus. Calvin Timotheus. Calvin Timotheus, are you here? Oke, sama seperti Isna. Muhammad Dihya.
Present, ma'am.
Alright. Abi Satya.
Present, ma'am.
Oke. Putri Rinda.
Present, ma'am.
Alright. Dani Putra.
Present, ma'am.
Oke. Ahmad Mirzak.
Ma'am.
Oke. Sultan Raihan.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Hanif Raihan.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Rifan, Muhammad Rifan.
Present, ma'am.
Oke. Hazrat Arido.
Present, ma'am.
Alright. Yota.
Present, ma'am.
Oke. Nika Fifatus.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Muhammad Zaki.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Adika Mazaya.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Jabar Alam.
Present, ma'am.
Oke. Laura Angeli. Laura.
Present, ma'am.
Alright. Naufal Yahya.
Present, ma'am.
Alright. Muhammad Alif Nurfian.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Nadif Rajendra.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Muhammad Raihan Putra.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Kiko Immanuel.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Dava Fatih.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Sakanti.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Muhammad Handi.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Muhammad Lail Fahri.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Harish Radi.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Rizky Dirsha.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Naufal Dwi.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Rian Yediza.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Habibi Mushar. Habibi.
Present, ma'am.
Nice. Stefanus not here. Raifan. Raifan.
Present, ma'am.
All right. Kania Camelia.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Zakia Nur.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Pandya.
Present, ma'am.
Right. Isna, are you awake?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Tadi habis dari toilet, terus waktu saya mau on mic sudah ke yang lain.
Oke. Tapi izin dulu ya kalau mau ke toilet ya. Calvin.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Calvin
Miss.
Timotheus.
Yeah,
Are you
Miss.
awake?
Yeah.
Kamu kenapa? Ke toilet juga?
Enggak, tadi kontak-kontak Mi.
Tiduran?
Mikrofonnya error tadi.
Oke. Kalau error nanti langsung chat aja. You can just chat me. Oke? Chat di Zoom maksudnya.
Oke, Miss.
Alright, so any questions?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask, in psychology, there is a quiz 2 on folder week 11. Do we need to do quiz again?
Wait. Oh iya. Enggak, kalian kuisnya udah kok. Ini saya delete. Semester lalu kuisnya di week sekarang karena UTS-nya itu baru 2 minggu sebelum week sekarang. Jadi, baru di minggu sebelum dari week sekarang, di minggu lalunya. Jadi, that's why it's different. Okay, so there's no quiz, don't worry. I already delete that. You just need to do the group work assignment. That's it. Ntar, ini udah saya rubah belum ya? Masih K29. Hang on, I will edit that. It's not tomorrow, but it will be on Sunday. Hang on. Right, so this is your group work assignment. You just need to click on this and see the article, and you just need to identify this article. Okay. Any other question? Thank you, Yota, for letting me know. Any other question, maybe from others, or still maybe from Yota? No? Okay, then. So if there is no question, I think that's all for today. I will see you again, inshallah, next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.